This might be one of the highest quality Chinese mini skid steers on the market today. This is made by Vmeng. It's called a Spartan Vm1000. It's powered by a Kubota D1105, and it's quite the little monster. So today, I'm here at Equip Exposition in Louisville, Kentucky, where this is on display in the GSA equipment booth. GSA is a dealer that sells Vmeng and a variety of other brands. They just ordered their first container and they're waiting for it to arrive. It should arrive within the next month or two. So if you do want one, place one on order. And don't forget to mention that you saw it here on our Life in Trees for a discount. Let me jump off into this machine. Let me show you some details and some up close of what this machine really looks like. Starting off with the most obvious, this track design is pretty unique and it's pretty wild. You can see that all of the bolts have little covers over them. You know, the attention to detail of quality on this machine it is not typical. Instead of having just a single wheel that runs in the middle of the track, like right here, it has these rollers that go on the outside of that, which help with stability and keeping the track on and not falling off. You see the actual track design? It's pretty cool. It looks like it's got some bite in between here, some larger lugs, some smaller lugs, but when you turn, it doesn't have lugs going this way just to tear the ground up for no apparent reason. It's got a large cover on the side you can take off for easy access to the engine. Over here, this is for a fire extinguisher. I think it works perfect for a 20-ounce Gatorade bottle. It really does. So that's what I like to do. It's got some suitcase weights here for counterweights, which are pretty cool. And then the step plate folds up for some extra space. And you can see it has the little struts on them. So this is your fuel tank right here. And the fuel gauge actually says Vmeng on it. They actually make those. It's vented as well. And then on the other side, you have your hydraulic fluid tank, which also has a hydraulic fluid gauge on it. So in the operator station, it has these nice padded handles, which are nice. And you've got your normal stick for the bucket, the arms, and then this is your throttle right here, which I really like when they put a throttle that you can push on the right hand side, because you're driving with your left stick. It's really nice to be able to use the throttle with your right. Got your ignition switch, your headlight switch, and this is your main on-off power switch. So everything's really accessible. I've never understood this on the Vmengs though. You have the temperature gauge and your hour meter, which you cannot read whatsoever unless you look down here, try to look over here. Maybe this way you can kind of read, but not really. You're gonna have to look like through here. Yeah, I don't understand why they do that, but that's how they all are. And then you've got your horn button here. So the operator station is really nice, and I think it's pretty well laid out. And then you cannot forget, it comes with a little phone holder. So if you want to lock your phone in, well, I've got a 16 Pro Max, so it's really wide. So there you go. So while you're operating your machine, you are welcome to watch YouTube videos on your phone as you have it locked in right beside you, because that is super handy to be able to watch videos while you're operating. So on the front here, you've got an easy tie down point with this D-ring. When the arms come down, they have rubber bumpers, which look really cool. Don't really understand them, but they do look cool. We've got a whole bunch of vents. Looks like a 1980s Camaro louvered back window. It's true. Got a muffler blanket here, which looks really nice. You can see the pump stack down in there. Let's see. You can read the name. I can't pronounce that, but that's the name of the pump right there. You have access to your hydraulic filter. You've got all your filters right here. You've got your fuel filter, and then there's that That big old Kubota D1105 back inside there. The cooling is at the very back in an aluminum radiator, which you can access from the rear of the machine. Your oil dipstick in this machine is actually accessible right there, which there's a hole in the side, so you can access your dipstick, which is not a feature that all machines have. So if you do need to work on the machine, you're going to have to take all this out. I'm not sure how that works, but you're going to have to get these bolts and take your filters off to get this bracket out of the way. It looks like this should be easy also. Get your battery out of the way, and then yeah, you have full access to your engine and your pump stack. So when you shut the hood, it does come with these little hand screws, so if you want to use them, you can keep that hood securely fastened. If you're worried about someone getting into it in a hurry, this is going to keep honest men honest and make sure that your hood doesn't flop around and move when you're operating. So over on this side, and here there should be an owner's manual, and there's nothing. That was very anticlimactic. So this is your air intake. Keeps debris and water out of it with that, which is kind of a nice touch. And on this side, it's all the same, except you have access to your oil dipstick, which is pretty cool. So to block these arms, it's very simple. You pull a pin out, which has the little ball nub at the end. You don't have to do a little cotter pin, and it drops down. And that's so much easier than the tedious process of unscrewing like some of them do. Comes standards with normal grease zerts in all the places you seem to need them, and little caps on top. If you don't have these caps in your machine, you can buy them really cheap on Amazon. I'd highly recommend it because it just keeps dirt and debris out of that grease fitting and just makes your life a little easier to not have nasty, dirty stuff. So I guess the last thing to point out on this side is your exhaust actually is right down here at the front. It's kind of an interesting spot for it, isn't it? But you can see that exhaust routes right there, all the way from the back through the muffler, down here, and comes right out the front. The attachment plate's a standard mini. You know, I never noticed that, but they do not have grease points on the pins. I wonder why that is. I don't know. I do like it when they put grease points in here because it greases these and just makes the pins easier to move. So now these electrical lines, this is for GSA's cool hologram that you can't see on the camera. I've been debating how to end this video. I don't have a good conclusion. I am back home now. I'm back home from a quit bid, and it was an awesome time. But the Vmeng machine, I think, is probably one of the better quality machines out there. But everything I review on my channel, I give my honest, unfiltered review to you guys. And I don't want to change that for any reason. So on this particular machine, I think the machine's great. It seems they all have their issues. They all have their little quirks. But the company, I can't get a hold of them. I mean, I was communicating back and forth with the owner for a while, and he's ghosted me. It's been over a month. I was communicating with one of their employees, ghosted, won't reply to me. And I've heard from lots of people that they can't get a hold of anyone at this company. So I have had experience buying machines from China, from other company, from auction, from Facebook Marketplace, from dealerships, and I've had really positive experiences. I personally can't put my name on this particular company to buy from. The machine is good, so if you are going to buy one of these, I would highly recommend you go to a dealership that bought a container of them and buy it from a dealer that sells them. But to actually purchase from the manufacturer, I'm not sure, because I've heard a lot of people say that they're really delayed, they're pushed way back out. There's all kinds of stories and rumors that dealerships that get containers get the priority service, and the individual customers that buy them get pushed off to the wayside. So apparently there's a lot of dealer orders right now, so the individuals aren't getting their machines. So that's rumor. I don't know that for sure. What I do know for fact is they will not reply to me. So I just spent a few days at the largest landscape show and machinery show in the United States with a Vmeng, and the company won't reply back to me and hasn't in weeks and weeks. They read my messages and they don't reply back. So I can't put my name on that particular machine as one that's good to order from China. But if you can get one, GSA stocks them. They have a container coming. That's the dealership that I'm partnered with, and there's some really good, honest people, and they have some of the best prices on the internet on all machines. So I would highly recommend, if you do want one, call GSA in Ohio at getmowers.com is their website, and let them know you saw it here on our channel. There's a few other dealers in the country that do stock them or carry them. They get them in here and there. It seems very sporadic, and nobody really has a big stock of them ever. So I don't know. So if there were parts, warranty, I would imagine the dealers would be able to handle that, but what if it's a ghosting period from the manufacturer? I just don't know. So I'd like to do an update in the future and let you know that this manufacturer is amazing and they have great customer service, and something has happened to them. And that's what I don't know. I just don't know. But in this instance, I'm not going to put my name on that. I don't want to lead anyone astray and tell you that this is what you should do when I truly don't feel it's what you should do. So anyway, there's my review. It's a cool machine. Apparently they have a lot of power. They're really smooth. I did operate one a while back, not this particular one that GSA had in their booth, but I've operated a different one and I really did like it and I did enjoy it. Yeah, so that's not really the conclusion I wanted to give, but that's what I've got right now. I mean, just keeping it real with you guys. So if you like this sort of stuff, you want to see more content about reviews on machines, me using machines, going out doing stuff with machines, just leave me a comment, tell me what you want to see, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So have yourself a great night. I appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you on the next one.